welcome to Top 10 Archive. Water slides are the landmark of any good water park, but there typically isn't much separating one slide from the next. If you've grown bored of the same tedious drops time and time again, you'll want to pay attention. For this archive, we're unpacking the thrills and going to great heights for the top 10 most insane water slides in the world. Number 10. Insano, Beach Park, Fortaleza, Brazil. We love the name, we love the look, and we can definitely get behind the 62-mile or 105-kilometer-per-hour drop that comes with a ride down Insano at Beach Park in Brazil. This is a simple, no-frills water slide that aims to do nothing more than displace one's stomach into their chest. Riders start by creeping towards the impending drop before, without warning, they're sent 134 feet or roughly 41 meters down a straight and narrow decline. Within 5 seconds, sliders are met with water up their nose. Even if you're not a thrill seeker, there's an amazing view at the top. Number 9. Jumeirah Skerra, Wild Wadi Water Park, Jumeirah, Dubai. If speed is your vice, then you'll want to set your sights on Wild Wadi Water Park in Jumeirah to experience the free-fall water slide, Jumeirah Skerra. Guests start by ascending a 104-foot or 32-meter high tower that overlooks the expanse of the water park. A capsule awaits where guests stand on a floor that drops away from beneath them, sending them speeding down the slide at upwards of 50 miles or 80 kilometers per hour. 393 feet or 120 meters of slide rush later, and in just a few seconds, guests will be safe and sound in the slide's slowdown pool. Number 8. Scorpion's Tail, Noah's Ark Water Park, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. Water slide engineers aim to push the limits of their craft, and the minds behind Scorpion's Tail in Noah's Ark Water Park combined innovation with thrills to create what was the country's only looping water slide. Like any great cartoon characters, riders will stand atop a platform that will suddenly be yanked from underneath them, sending them careening down a 70-degree, 55-foot or 16-meter slope. From this gut-wrenching drop, you'll pick up speeds of up to 30 miles or about 48 kilometers per hour to achieve the gravity-defying stunt that lays in wait ahead. After the drop, a 27-foot or 8-meter high, 60-degree loop will disorient sliders before sliding them gracefully into the slowdown lane at the ride's conclusion. Number 7. Summit Plummet, Blizzard Beach, Orlando, Florida. Disney may aim to appeal to a younger crowd, but that doesn't mean it won't throw its more adventurous visitors a bone here and there. Enter Blizzard Beach and the Summit Plummet water slide. Besides the frozen snowy facade, Summit Plummet is a very simple slide that shoots riders down a near 90-degree tunnel at a top speed of 60 miles or 96 kilometers per hour. The 360-foot or 109-meter ride is comprised of a 120-foot or 36-meter decline that rushes brave travelers into a lengthy and very wet straightaway. With a speedometer at the base of the flume, riders can brag about their exhilarating speed. Number 6. Leap of Faith, Atlantis, Bahamas. Maybe not the name you want to be attached to a steep slide you trust not to cause you harm, but Leap of Faith at Atlantis is an incredible example that twists and turns aren't needed for an exciting ride. While the 60-foot or 18-meter drop is enough to give many riders a thrill, the real focus of Leap of Faith is where that drop leads to. Galeophobics beware, for at the end of this lengthy slide is an oversized tank filled with sharks. You'll zip right into the stunning display of Mother Nature's finest gliding sharp-toothed monsters, all while your stomach does its best to catch up with the rest of your body. Number 5. Kilimanjaro, Aldeia das Águas Park Resort, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Do you have what it takes to brave an unimpeded drop down 164 feet or 50 meters worth of unenclosed flume? Even the bravest of adventurers may feel a twitch in their midsection as they free fall at speeds of up to 62 miles or roughly 100 kilometers an hour into a small slowdown pool below. At first glance, the slide doesn't look too imposing, especially if you're gauging height by the number of stairs. But Kilimanjaro's lengthy drop cuts into the rocky hill below and takes its riders on a journey from the bluest skies to the cold, wet subterranean. Number 4. Verrückt, Schlitterbahn, Kansas City, Missouri. Sadly, sometimes a thrilling experience can be more life-threatening than fun, which is why, in the summer of 2016, 10-year-old Caleb Schwab was allegedly decapitated while riding this Kansas City attraction. A 3-person raft plummets over the edge of a steep 17-story, 60-degree drop, only to climb up a smaller 5-story incline for one last stomach-churning thrill. Water jets help propel the raft to speeds up to 65 miles or roughly 105 kilometers per hour down the world's tallest water slide, creating an exciting but typically safe experience. In the case of Schwab, the vessel became airborne due to an uneven distribution of weight. Number 3. Master Blaster Water Coasters, Schlitterbahn, New Braunfels, Texas. Don't assume the word coaster in the title is just a clever marketing ploy to make this 1,000-foot or 304-meter long slide sound more exciting. It truly is a twisting, winding, water-based roller coaster that does something rare in water slide engineering: propels riders up a 3-story incline. In the comfort of a yellow tube, a pair of riders will experience the speed boost of water jets that keep the momentum moving through a figure-8 and heart-stopping downward spiral. By the end of the ride, sliders will have experienced a 6-story drop in total throughout one of the most innovative water slides around. Number 2. The Cyclone, World Water Park, Canada. The name gives the ride a rather generic sound, but there's nothing ordinary about World Water Park's most intense water slide, the Cyclone. Riders start off in a claustrophobic tube before the floor beneath them releases, dropping them down a 39-foot or 11-meter free fall. Just as their organs start to fall back into place, they're thrust into a near vertical loop that mimics the shock of an on-the-rails roller coaster. Within the brief 12 seconds it takes to get from start to finish, sliders would have completed a full 360-degree vertical turn within 360 feet or 110 meters of enclosed tubing. Number 1. The Royal Flush, BSR Cable Park, Waco, Texas. It looks like a simple slide that any child would be able to enjoy. But the Royal Flush at BSR Cable Park offers a thrilling twist at the end of its most daring of 3 slides. Depending on your level of bravery, the Royal Flush provides sliders with 3 different experiences, the most exciting of them featuring a 100-foot or 30-meter drop towards a ramp that sends them upwards of 12 feet or 3 meters into the air, where gravity eventually drags them into a 15-foot deep pool below. Should the speedy slide be too much for you, there's a kid-friendly slide that carefully deposits you into the water. But where's the glory in that? You know, these things look like they're based on toilets flushing. Hey, archivers, why don't you come up with some creative, and hopefully funny, names for water slides and put them in the comments section.